The recent feud with Kendrick Lamar ended with a clear shift in the genre's hierarchy. After years of undisputed dominance, Drake found himself in a position he hadn't occupied in over a decade, the defensive. For the first time, the public conversation wasn't about his latest hit, but whether his career could survive the reputational hit. The vulnerability was visible. This created a rare moment of silence. The industry was watching for a specific reaction, either a retreat from the spotlight or an emotional, track-by-track defense of his record. If he stayed on that path, he risked letting the Kendrick feud define his legacy. To stay relevant, he needed to stop reacting to the criticism and start dictating a new topic entirely. That change started with a shift in tone. He began replacing his usual high-energy posts with darker, colder imagery and captions offering no clear explanation. When fans noticed recurring themes of sub-zero temperatures and blue-tinted filters, the Iceman nickname began to dominate the comment sections. This lack of information triggered a wave of theories. Without an official announcement, fans began debating whether Iceman was a secret album, a documentary film, or a warning of diss tracks. By providing just enough visual detail to spark a rumor, he shifted the internet's focus from his past loss to his potential future. For most of his career, Drake's brand relied on being emotionally available. He was the superstar who shared his setbacks and heartbreaks, making his private life the core of his music. The Iceman persona is the direct opposite. It presents a figure that is intentionally distant and cold, someone who is no longer interested in being liked or understood by the general public. This shift is reflected in his recent stage presence. Replacing the designer suits with a tactical vest moves the focus away from the man himself and toward a version of him that looks prepared for a long-term conflict. By leaning into this villain aesthetic, he makes his recent losses part of a new character arc. It's a way to acknowledge the hostility of the rap game without having to address specific barbs or insults. The rollout functions by withholding information. Instead of a standard press cycle, he uses low-resolution clips and one-word captions that offer no context on their own. When the official source stays silent, social media algorithms reward the people who try to solve the puzzle. Every fan theory about a revenge season increases the reach of the Iceman branding without Drake having to spend $1 on advertising. This isn't a new tactic. He has used periods of silence and cryptic imagery before his biggest commercial successes to build a sense of inevitability. He provides the aesthetic framework, and the audience fills in the rest. The fans have become the primary drivers of his marketing. Skeptics argue that this is all a distraction, a way to use branding to cover up the fact that he lost the most significant rap battle of the decade. But in a market where engagement is the primary metric, the distinction doesn't really matter. If he can successfully pivot the world's attention toward a new era, he has neutralized the momentum of his rivals. We are currently seeing millions of people debate the themes and track lists of a project that hasn't even been confirmed to exist. Drake's career has been built on his ability to stay at the center of the conversation. By turning a moment of vulnerability into a viral mystery, he has ensured that everyone is still waiting to see what he does.